Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So let me show you how we were able to get a very good trade that went for more than 7 risk to reward for the day, and it was just a day trading strategy, sweep of session, and then you get your entry. That is the kind of strategy that I trade. So this was the trade. I'm going to show you proof of it being taken. So this was the trade. As you can see, it went for more than 127. Actually, if you wanted to hold, because you are allowed, if you wanted to hold, I think it went for more than 1 to 10 risk to reward. So if you are risking 0.5 and you want to hold to pass your challenges, this is one strategy that I highly recommend. As you can see, this was a very good trade. Not all the time it will go like this, but this is in most occasions a risk to reward of more than that. That is what of more than 10 you can get here comfortably. So let me show you the trade. So this is the trade. This is how it started. As you can see, this was on Tuesday, I think so, or Wednesday, I'm not sure. But as you can see, this was the trade here that I sent to the group. You can join this group, is free. Then if you're serious, you will inbox me, and then I take you to this chatting group where we take nearly all same trades. So you are allowed, you can join. But this is the trade here. This was on 20th. I sent here that sell USD sell outlook, date is Tuesday, and then this was the trade I sent. So I placed the mark there, though mine I targeted the order block above, and then this is how the trade was triggered. This is my entry. As you can see here, I was updating people that if you are in this trade, then you should have your loss, you should half your loss by bringing your SL to slightly above the last high that just gave that reaction we needed. This market has no business taking that high, and if it takes it, then it will as well take the whole high plus SL zone, so half your losses. So this was the trade before it played out. As you can see, mark from this high here, as you can see here. So let's check. You can see from this high we have it here. So this is the high here, this is the high here, so it is not hindsight. So this is the high. We had also taken this trade on Monday, but it went for a break even. I will also break that down. This week I've taken 3 trades, and one was a break even, one was a win, and then another one was also a win. I'm going to break this one and this one, and then I'll break in the next video. If you're watching this, just know that in the next video I'm going to break the next one. So currently I'm only looking at USD but you are allowed to look at other pairs. I just prefer this one currently. So these things change with preferences as time goes by, but what is important is that the strategy remains the same. So you can see. So how do I do my analysis? By the way, if you want the checklist I use to do this analysis, it is this one here. Simple SMC strategy, USD these are nearly the same, just a slight different, but they are the same because all of them are session sweep strategy that I take. So let's proceed. So let me the higher time frame that I use is the 1 hour. So you just go to the 1 hour. Actually my bar replay is expired, so I'm not using bar replay. I'm just showing you the trades I took and how they played out and the analysis process of this week. This is the week that today is on Saturday, so I'm doing the analysis for the week that I've just finished. I'll be doing this like 2 to 3 per week, and then I'm going to also shoot series of prop farm trades, so make sure you are following. So I go to 1 hour only, no any other time frame needed. Just go to 1 hour time frame, and then from 1 hour. So this was the market by then. I only trade the strategy recommends that you only trade New York. That is why we have a checklist here. If you want to trade London, there is for London, as you can see here, you can trade London by looking at Asian session sweep strategy. Then you can trade New York. If you want to trade New York, mostly you are allowed to trade New York session. So these are the two strategies for trading New York, and then they are nearly the same. This is just for GU, EU, and DAX if you like. But for this one, I just slightly remodified the entry so that it can focus mainly on USD JPY and GBP JPY. These ones are the best working on this strategy. So you are at gold, by the way. So USD JPY, USD GBP JPY, and gold. You can also do it on card, USD card. It works there best. So I just prefer that I trade this to minimize my risk. If you want to trade London only, then we have this Asian session sweep. These two are for they're the same. The only difference is that this one does not require 1 hour. This one requires 1 hour for people who like refining, for people who like top-down analysis. So they are just the same, just slight modification to feature everybody, because we are very many traders. So some people would prefer to at least check the 1 hour higher time frame, but this one only moves with 1 hour and 15, and this one is more mechanical. So if you want this checklist, just join the group and then inbox me, and then I'll send you. There's no problem. Now let me break down this. So when I came to the market, the strategy is very simple. It says that you check the break of structure, or basically you mark the high of the day. This is where the day started. The day started here. Where is the high? This is the high. And then by the time I was getting into the market, which is 2 hours after session open, you don't just take in trade, you take trades after 2 hours after session open, and this is the low. That means that the whole day we only look at what happened the day you are trading. So if you are looking at only what the day you are trading has done, it means that you are taking trades based on the momentum of the day. And as you can see, this is your dealing range. This is the dealing range of your day. As you can see, this is your dealing range. That is the only important thing you mark. You can see clearly that throughout the day what has been happening. Asia has been selling, London has also been selling, but now it is retracing. So we only took trades if it is retracing. And what do? You mark 50%. So where is the fib level? After marking, if it was buying, you would have only looked for buy. You don't look at the previous day, you don't look at the day before, you don't look at next week, you only look at what that day did. So because you are trading the same momentum, we are day traders. So you mark 50% of the dealing range. It was selling throughout the day, so that is what you will be looking for. Sell bias in New York, and it is 2 hours after New York open. So this is where you start looking for entry. So you can see the market has already pulled 50%, so it means that it has already pulled into the discounted zone. So actually it's premium, so this is premium and discounted zones, whichever way is. What is important is that you are now having it has pulled 50% pullback, which is the most important thing. After you marked, you've noted that it is 50% pullback. If you don't get 50% pullback, I don't always take. Again, you can always mark a break of structures to just help you. So you can see the market has already done some sort of break of structure here. So what is your dealing range? You can mark your dealing range based on the daily. Marking the daily is just to show you what the market has been doing for that day. But now for entries, if we have so many break of structures in this 1 day's price action in 1 hour, you just mark the last 1 hour, and that is exactly what I did in this day. On Monday, I'm going to show you this trade. So on Monday, as you can see, where is the opening? On opening, this was the daily open. So what is your dealing range? Dealing range is from here to here. After marking your dealing range, it is clearly that the market was selling. Now you wait and you take trades from 2 hours into session open. This is 1 hour after New York. This is the second hour. This is where you take your entry. Now look at this. We have this first. Here is the first break of structure. Very simple break of structure, and then it can be change of character or break of structure. We don't care. Then this is the next one here, but this was a sweep, so it just shows you that the momentum is still on the downside. So this was just a sweep, but you can mark it as just a potential break, or it will soon break. So provided it has wicked, we know that the momentum is shifting towards this side. Of course, this can be a liquidity grab, there's no problem. Then you mark this dealing range here. You can see here, this was sorry, let me mark 50%. So this is what I looked for. This is I don't know why I'm using this. Let me use fib. So this was my 50% zone. Those ones are the only two things you do. Then you can see the market had already pulled to 50%, and that is why I looked for entry. I'm going to show you that trade I also took. So from this you shift to 15 minutes and look for your entry. You can also refine to 1 minute. So where is your entry? Your entry comes here. When you see this is the 2 hours into the session, so you can see that the momentum has shifted downwards, confirmed by the RSI here. This is just an added confluence, so you can see that the RSI is here. It means that there's a crossover and there is momentum, and then there's a fair value gap. All those things are in the checklist. So you, after marking, you mark your fair value gap, or you mark the order block. So this is the order block here, and then you wait for pullback. I always wait for pullback. So that was the pullback here. That is what I waited for. And then this was, I had 18 pips stop loss. It was 18 pips stop loss actually, not 20 pips, sorry. So with that, no, I think it was 18 pips stop loss. It was 18 pips stop loss, yes. So I took my entry and I took 1 to 4 just below this place here, because this was going to be the next break of structure. As you can see, this was going to be the next break of structure. So I was able to take my profits here. Actually, it closed overnight when I was sleeping, but you're always allowed to add 1 point, 1 risk to reward. So you could have added 1 to 5. There's a guy in my group, Lawrence, who took the whole of this for 1 to 7 risk to reward. Now this day we didn't trade here. The reason being we didn't get 50% pullback, but I showed people here, so I'll break it down in the next video. Now what about this other one? This on Monday. On Monday we got 50% pullback onto from this leg, which had a break of structure, so there's no problem. So you wait for momentum to kick in after 2 hours of New York manipulations and all the tribulations. So this was the start of 2 hours. What did we do? We get a session raid as usual. Session raids sometimes they don't occur, but I've already explained that in the checklist, so you will have it. Same to this. You can see that we had Asian session, London sweep, and then sorry for that, London session sweep, and then we got the entry. Same to this, London session sweep, and then we got the entry. So where was the entry? The entry was, you check entry 2 hours after New York session open. So this was the order block, or you can call it the IFC. It's all allowed. And then this is where I took my entry. Stop loss just above here for 15 pips. So break even was below this liquidity point taken. So this was a break even trade. So I was targeting a 1 to 4 risk to reward, as the checklist says that you need to target at least a 1 to 4 risk to reward. So overnight this came to break even, so you could have also still gotten in. As you can see, where did momentum shift? This is where the momentum shift, but this I was now asleep. So you can see a crossover down here, leaving fair value gap. So that confirms that the cells are ready, and therefore you can take the cells from this fair value gap or the order block. It depends with preferences. Sometimes I look at to take the order block and then I miss trade. It's okay. So this was the trade, and then you can see, did it get you 1 to 4? Yes, it get you 1 to 4, but this is Asia. But at least you expect to know what Asia will do with this strategy. You know very well that what Asia should be doing, if you should continuing your movement or not. So this was the trade, or it was on Monday. I was looking for this here. As you can see, this is the trade. This was on Monday. This was on 19th. Yes. So my trade of the day, USD sells. I can't find it. I'm looking to take this New York session. So this was the trade. So join guys, and see you next time.